So welcome back. This is part 2 of our Creating a Head series. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure you go and check it out. This is what we created. And in this video we're gonna look at rigging the head, adding the turns, adding the emotions, blinks, smiles, and all the other things that we expect our face to be able to do. So yeah, let's just begin. First thing we want to do is our folder layer called head. We want to now right click it and convert it to a bone. So now it's a bone layer, we're able to add bones to it. And the first bone I want to add is, I'm just going to add a main head bone. Just like that. And I'm also going to add one bone for each eye. So I want to do one here like that. And another one like that. And I'm just going to bind the whole head So now we need to bind all of these points to, we could just bind the layers, I guess. So bind the hair to that, eyebrows, mouth, eye, don't need that one. Like so. That's basically it. So now we just need to go in and add in our smartphone actions. And this is where it gets interesting. So the first action I'm going to do is let's do a blink. So you go to your add bone tool, make sure there isn't any, actually I forgot to bind the pupils. Can't do it like that. I need to release layer. Bind the pupil. I need to point bind the pupil to this bone. And the eye will be bound to this bone. Like that. I'm just going to bind this to this bone and the eye to this bone. And that's because I want the pupils to be able to be moved with these bones independently if I need them to, basically. So let me name this to okay. So let's create our blink. You're going to go to your add bone tool and just drag up. And you're going to go to your bone in the menu, make smart bone dial, and we're going to call it open and close. We're going to call it close, and we're going to call it open. And it's going to take I don't want it to take 100 frames. I want it to take, say, 24 frames for the blink. So just click OK. Why is it taking all the way here? 24 frames. So now we just need to go to our eye. You go to your eye layer and you just grab these points on the 24th frame and you just bring these points down like so, and bring these ones up. We do the same for the other eye. So now we have the action. And if you just click on your head layer again, click on close and open 2, bring this back down to 24. I'm just going to open up the eyes now instead. So rather than closing them, we're going to widen these as wide as you possibly want it. Let's do the same for the other eye. So now this is where it gets finicky, because you also need to take into account your detail layer, because now all of these things have to move with the eyes. So because the eyes are open so wide, this stretches up. Along with this one. And these will be dragged down here. So now when you look, we should do that for the close as well. So when the eyes close, no, I like it like that actually, that works. Maybe we can bring these up a little bit. But obviously the less you mess with them, the easier and quicker it's going to be. Okay. And there we have our first Smartbone action. Oh, we might want to take down the bone strength on all of these bones. By going to your highlighting all the bones and going to your bone strength tool and just taking them all down. And if we go to our Smartbone, he can now close his eyes and open them wide. Okay, so now let's add, let the pupils go left and right. So again, we go to our add bone tool. Click up, go to your bone menu, make Smartbone dial, and we call this one left, right. We call it LR. And we again take this down to 24 frames and 90 degrees and click OK. So L, it was bound. Damn it. It was parented to something, which it shouldn't have been. There we go. If we do that again, so L, you just want to go to your head layer and you want to grab this pupil using your transform bone tool. Just pull it all the way out here, and the same with this one. We'll just do the same for the opposite side. And that's done. And we can do another one for the pupils going up and down. So we can call this one, again go to your add bone tool, make Smartbone dial, and we're going to call it, I'm just going to call it D for down and U for up. And on a 24 frame, done it again. That's what happens when you don't take care. And make sure that it's not parented to anything. Now go back into it, and on the down, you just want to grab these and drag them all the way down like this. And then the opposite one, the 24 frame, just want to grab these and take them up. Let's now add some eyebrow movement. So we want to add another bone. We're going to call it brows. And again, it's going to be 24 frames in 1 second. So now when the bone goes to the left, we want to go to our brow layer. And we can just grab the whole layer and we can drag it down all the way over his eyes. And then let's go to our detail layer. Just grab this point here and hide it under there. Grab that. And because I've made these for the eyebrow, I'm just going to drag these down here so you get that motion. I might even drag these down too. So when he flexes his eyebrows, the whole forehead goes. And so if you click on back to your head layer, hide these. then your brow 2, and it goes the opposite direction. You can, actually, I'm going to do it different this time. Go to your brow layer, and instead of let's select the points, and we're going to drag it to here. Actually, maybe we can go a bit higher. No, that's too high. So the eyebrows extend. I can't make my mind up. I'm going to do it to there. Yeah. So then we go to our detail layer now. And we also grab these points and just drag them up with the eyebrow. And these, and we send these up. But when his eyebrows go up, I want his forehead to wrinkle. So I'm going to select these points of the forehead, and on the 24th frame, I'm going to go to my stroke exposure tool. I'm going to drag it all the way to the right. But I don't want it to happen from the beginning, so I'm going to go to maybe frame 19. I'm going to drag it all the way back to the left. So now these only activate after frame 19, and then it's got wrinkles in his forehead. I'm also going to do the same for the ridges here, so I'm just going to activate these and take them off here. If you don't want them, you just don't go all the way, but then if you do, more surprise, now he's got the wrinkles in his forehead. So that's the eyebrows. I think now I'm just going to work on the head turn. And as you can see, I've already got a bone hair created for it. Right. I got a reference of how I want it to kind of look. It's not going to be exactly the same because it's from a different character, but I'm going to use it as a guide. So let's go into our head turn, and this one I made 96 frames, so it's a 4-second turn, and it's going to go from front to back. So on the 4th second, frame 96, it's going to be facing the opposite direction, which means on the 48th frame, on the second second, we want the head to be facing all the way to the, well, right? We're going to call it right? Yeah, he's right. So all we need to do is let's do that. In our bone layer, we look for our head layer, and we just grab the points we move them into a position where they should be. So the chin should be here-ish. That should stay like that, and so forth. So the back of the head will come out like this. Now this is a character that I've done, so I haven't found this off the internet. I've got loads of these, and I just find it easier, especially for the tutorial purpose. It takes a long time to get the exact shapes that you want sometimes, and when I've already got one done, this makes my life a hell of a lot easier. So we want to add the forehead like that, and then we want to add his brow ridge there. So the bottom of the nose, so this is the bottom of his nose. That's there. That's his mouth. So forth. So that's his head sorted. We want to look at his ear now. So this ear, we could just grab the layer and drag it all the way here. And this ear, just drag it into position there like that. Might have to do a bit of tweaking, but something like that. Then we want to get let's get this eye. And drag that off of his head. We get this eye and we drag that into position here. Do the same for the eyebrow. So initially I just want to do that. I'm going to change a bit after, but initially I just want to do that just so that I've got everything moving in the same space. The mouth, I want it to come here, and the nose, I want it to be there. And it's likewise with the detail, just grab the whole layout. Because it's straight, it should just fit nicely with a little bit of adjustments, but it should work. So if we was to hide this now, this is what we have at the moment. So I'm gonna go make a few tweaks. His chin. His nose will be like that. Yeah, that's looking alright. We're gonna make some adjustments to this so that it fits. So let's fix the hair now. Go to our hair layer. We could just kind of just drag this all the way here. I'll scrap that. Where's my ear gone? Right. If you click on your head layer, double click and go to depth sort, and we want to enable a layer order, which is going to allow us to move our layers around in our Smartbone actions. So with this ear, the left ear, on basically the second frame, the first one, as soon as it turns, I kind of want it to jump above the head. So as soon as it turns, now it's above the head. How do I want it to look? Yeah, so it is a bit fiddly, and there's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done, but you guys should have your reference sheet so you know how you want your characters to look. And if you have that sorted at the beginning, this part is a hell of a lot easier. And quicker. I just kind of came in unprepared. Okay, so the ear's going to look like that, and the head is going to have to... Is that too much? We're going to have it like that. It's got a bit of a jaw on him, but yeah. So now let's work on the 24th frame. Where do we want this to look? I actually have a reference for something similar. So I'm just going to jump in and use that. Let's see how that looks. We're going to go to head layer. Give him a brow. Goes in like that. Let me just have a quick look how that looks. Yeah, so what we want to do with the, if you look at the eye, it looks a bit flat on when it goes. It doesn't look like it's going round in the head space. This looks like it's just going flat off, and yeah, it doesn't look correct to me. So I want to go to the eye. If I go into it and click on the actual eye layer, and click on the points, and I want to kind of flatten it on the 48 frame. So now it looks like it curves maybe too much. What about here, like that? And then it completely flattens, maybe. Yeah, that could work. Could do with a little bit of tweaking, but I think possibly you could move, the whole eye could move out. Possibly, and I don't know. Make this a bit smaller and less defined. And we did the same, we give the eyebrow the same treatment, so I think this eyebrow could possibly grow when it gets to here. And we want this one to shrink. So let's see how that looks if we was to do this. Okay, now I'm going to shrink here first a little bit. And then go for the full shrink. Also want this eye there, I think. So and then we're going to go in and tweak on frame 36, because I don't think it was meant to look like that. The nose shouldn't be at already. There we have our head. It's turning nicely. So if it was mine, I would spend a hell of a lot longer tweaking things and making things look really nice and ensuring that they fit properly. But I'll be here all day. I'm sure you guys don't want to see that. But you've got the basic principle, and I would also do the same with the lips. So in effect, we want the lips to look like, go into our mouth layer, really and truly, we want all of these to be want it to do that. Grab these points and just drag them all the way in. So in effect, that's kind of what you want to have. Now I'm going to need to come in there and just fix this up a bit. It's not falling right. Maybe that side to be out a bit longer, I don't know. Just gonna have to play with it. But you also want to go into our lips layer here. And again, this is where it gets fiddly. So you want to drag these, and these have to correspond. To where that is. And there you have that motion. And on here, these just be close off like that. Just have to move the whole mouth, just a little piece. Okay. So that's how we have our head turn. With the hair, I'm just going to mask the hair layer. And because it's masked, all we need to do is drag this hair. It's as simple as that. Fix his head shape. And possibly his eye, I don't know. Move it in a bit. And with the hair, when it gets there, in this position, we want that to be curling around. And we want the hair behind the ear. So pretty much immediately, just drop this hair. And blow the air. I'm gonna get rid of this because we don't. Actually, I play with that auto after. Okay, so now to the back. I mean, let's go to the 48th frame. Sorry, the 96th frame on the 4th second. And if you go to your head layer, and if you just copy frame 0, and paste it, what you get is this. And you get your air. This air would be here. This air would be here. And a bit of tweaking, and the hair. How are we going to do the hair? So you do that. Just for example, we just do that. We're just going and fix the ears now, so how would it look? Just hide that. I don't know. You guys know what back of the ear looks like. This one, just fix the hair. This is going to be a little bit more tricky. I can't think, how would this ear look? What I'm just going to do is this. Play with this a bit, see what I come up with. Yeah. I'm going to leave it like that for now. So you just get the gist of it. And obviously the eye. So the whole mouth, this will just... If you say that will be there, it just comes off with the eye. Just need to add the eyebrow. And just need to do the detail. So this detail layer, let's give it the same treatment. We'll just drag it off to the side here. And there you have it. If I was to come out, it still works, excuse me, as it did before. So that's where I'm going to end the video. Obviously, if you wanted to do the left, the right side, you just follow the same procedure. Or some people like to flip it. I don't like to flip it personally. I just do the other side exactly the same way. I think you get a better look. But yeah,